Hey guys, so there is a video I want to share with you tonight, and I thought it was pretty important to do so. And I wanted to do it live so that we can scroll through comments of what I chat about at the end of this video. But first, we are going to start with something that I want to share with you. Hey there, crafties. I hope you're having a great weekend. This is a very important video I wanted to do. And mainly it is a message to Frankie Rzucek Jr. and Frank Sr. If my content in any way has hurt your feelings, I apologize for that. If you have looked at my content, a lot of it is about PTSD, speaking on what this case has done to the people involved in it, including you. I did a lot of videos about Frankie being harassed. And the reason, Frank, I reached out to you was not just for an interview. It was to clarify that the fundraiser started to start the painting business for Frankie, if it was real or not. People were donating to it. And something told me that wasn't legitimate. And I went to your YouTube page and Frank's and Sandy's page and sent messages to you guys. I also emailed you and you didn't respond. So I left you alone because what you've been through is traumatic. But all I wanted to do is make sure that I go to the source, you, and confirm if the fundraiser was real. Because I've seen thousands of fake pages created to collect money in your names, which is wrong. I know there's some channels you go on and speak, but not everyone is watching those channels. They're watching your cooking channel, which I think is a good opportunity. And I know you have spoken about things and clarified to people. But there are also people who didn't know you had a cooking channel. So that's why I reached out to you. It is not to get some insider info on the case. And one of the biggest things I want to clarify is my channel is not a Watts channel. I cover true crime. I'm a former journalist and I care about victims. I care about advocacy for people who don't have voices anymore. This is not the only case that I cover. I've covered several cases over my career, and I didn't have YouTube because it would not be ethical to be making videos giving my opinion and persuading viewers on how to think. I also have health issues. I'm a recent cancer survivor, and I know many of you saw the interview with Nicole Atkinson, and that was all about health. Nothing about the crime, the case, none of it. I also craft. That's what my channel is about. It is not a Watts channel. It will never be a Watts channel. We will continue to cover true crime cases. We will continue to give voices to those who don't have one. We will continue to raise awareness about domestic violence issues, and we will fundraise. And when I say fundraise, I don't mean send me money. I've asked you directly to donate to those organizations, and then just send me an email and say, hey, I donated, and then you get entered in to win something engraved, if that's the way I did it in the past. I've never collected money, and I never will. So, with that said, I want to say, yes, the case continues to go on. And there's other creators who every day have a video to make about this case. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of the big creators. I have less than 5,000 people on my page. There's larger creators and I will not talk bad about other creators. Do what you do. But they're making videos every day about this case. I'm not one of them. So what I do want to do though is show you the comment section of Frankie Rzucek Jr., his comment section, and how he feels about the thing that I feel continues to make this case talked about 7 years later. And you all know what it is. You all think Nicole Kessinger is involved. And this is what the family feels. And I'm going to show you comment by comment how Frankie himself feels, because he has not made a video about it. He has not really done an interview. He did say on Dr. Phil he's not sure how he feels about it. But because they have not spoken out, all these content creators are making videos and conspiracy theories, and that's why it continues to go on for 7 years. I'm going to show you those comments. I also did a video about how Frankie has been bullied and harassed by people and showed those screenshots. I'll put that in the comment section. But where is Alan now? And there's nothing wrong with that, because I show both sides to the story. That's what you do in journalism. You show people this side and that side, and you let them decide what they want to believe. I'm not here to make you believe what I believe. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to show you facts, and you make the decision. But there are a lot of channels out there running with conspiracy theories, and I can see why that would hurt the family's feelings that it's being talked about constantly. But I'm not one of those channels. And if you haven't taken the time to watch my videos, I do apologize, because I think you'd be surprised at what you see. I'm not trying to make money off of your tragedy. I am trying to raise awareness in any way I can and explain there are warning signs sometimes, and sometimes there's not. But this is not the only case I cover. I cover many other cases, and I cover health, and I cover crafting. And I'm wearing purple to represent lupus today. Send me an email and say, hey, I donated. In to win something engraved, if that's the way I did it in the past. I've never collected money, and I never will. So, with that said, I want to say, yes, the case continues to go on and on. And there's other creators who every day have a video to make about this case. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of the big creators. I have less than 5,000 people on my page. There's larger creators, and I will not talk bad about other creators. Do what you do. But they're making videos every day about this case. I'm not one of them. What I'm going to do though is show you the comment section of Frankie Rzucek Jr., his comment section, and how he feels about the thing that I feel continues to make this case talked about 7 years later. And you all know what it is. You all think Nicole Kessinger is involved. And this is what the family feels. And I'm going to show you comment by comment how Frankie himself feels, because he has not made a video about it. He has not really done an interview. He did say on Dr. Phil he's not sure how he feels about it. But because they have not spoken out, all these content creators are making videos and conspiracy theories, and that's why it continues to go on for 7 years. I'm going to show you those comments. I also did a video about how Frankie has been bullied and harassed by people and showed those screenshots. I'll put that in the comment section. But I think mainly people were upset. I did a video saying, "Where is Alan now?" And there's nothing wrong with that because I show both sides to the story. That's what you do in journalism. You show people this side and that side, and you let them decide what they want to believe. I'm not here to make you believe what I believe. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to show you facts, and you make the decision. But there are a lot of channels out there running with conspiracy theories, and I can see why that would hurt the family's feelings that it's being talked about constantly. But I'm not one of those channels. And if you haven't taken the time to watch my videos, I do apologize, because I think you'd be surprised at what you see. I'm not trying to make money off of your tragedy. I am trying to raise awareness in any way I can and explain there are warning signs sometimes, and sometimes there's not. But this is not the only case I cover. I cover many other cases, and I cover health, and I cover crafting. And I'm wearing purple to represent lupus today, because yes, Shanann had lupus. And if you want to donate to that organization, I will leave that in the comment section. You would directly donate to the Lupus Foundation. So with that, I would like to show you the text messages. This is what Frankie feels about Nicole Kessinger's involvement, because the videos continue. The videos of she's in the driveway, she was in the basement, she's in the house. And I think that's what is hurting this family, is that every day they wake up and there's more videos, there's more videos, there's more videos. But my videos are not the ones talking about the conspiracy theories. And I hope you do take the time to check out my channel and see that for yourself. And if you don't, that's okay. But yes, I did reach out to all 3 of you directly. And the reason I did that was to confirm whether or not the painting fundraiser was real or not. And I spoke to someone close to you who told me no, it was not real. So I felt it was important to let people know that. So let's take a look. All right, guys, so I made that little video to share with you. While I have the chance to, I want to bring this up on stage because it's important to me. The Lupus Foundation, if you do want to donate to it, this is where you go. If you see the ticker at the bottom, that is the organization you donate to. I have also done the Gabby Petito Foundation, and any fundraising I do, like engrave something as a prize, you donate directly to these organizations. And then you email me, and it's going to be the honor system. You tell me, here's my donation and here's what time I did it, and then I'll enter you into the raffle. I'm not collecting donations personally. I don't find that to be the right way to do it. Now we are going to move on and take a look at Frankie Jr.'s YouTube page. I want to show you in his own words how he feels about Nicole Kessinger's involvement, because this is what I feel continues to be why content creators are making videos about this. So I also want to share that I'm going to get rid of this and add this to the stage. I also want to tell you guys that Daniel, we'll talk about that kind of stuff later. It's important I want to stay on topic with this. I know we have fun on the channel and talk about stuff, but this is Frankie Rzucek Jr.'s YouTube page. If you see other pages, they are fake. He has also addressed that he does not have a TikTok page. And like I said in the video, I did reach out to the family to confirm or deny the fundraiser in regards to the painting company, which was fake. There is a fundraiser where Frankie was raising money for his solicitor in the UK for his case. That is a legitimate fundraiser, which he posted on his own pages, and you will see he talks about it as well. So let's take a look at this, you guys. Bear with me as I navigate. Haven't really been using StreamYard all that much. Frankie's page, he does have his PayPal here. So let's say you do want to donate to Frankie. This is where you would do it. Frankie, I think, thinks I donated to him to try to get an interview from him or to talk to him, and that was not the case. I donated because I actually legitimately thought he may be starting a painting business. And I knew he was going through a lawsuit that was expensive. When I did more research, Cohen is doing it pro bono, but I'm sure he had to pay some fees to get the ball rolling and all of that. So anyway, painting business fake. The crowd, I'll show you guys the page. Actually, I think it's in his posts. Hold on. Here he says, I do not have a TikTok. I never will. And then let's see. Also, just to let you know, Frankie, I don't go off of any content creators' websites for facts. I go to your solicitor. This is who I go to. I have emails back and forth with him to confirm what is true, what is not true. So I don't watch other content creators, and I don't care what they have to say. How I do things is I reach out to the source and I get facts. Here is the page, you guys. This is legitimate. This is an actual page, and it did not go into Frankie's bank account. It went to his attorney's bank account. This is set up in their name, and that's where the money goes. So I want to clarify that. Going back to YouTube videos, this is what's important to me to discuss. And I'm sorry, because I'm on here, you guys, I really am not paying attention to what's going on in the chat. But this, I think, is the most important video he has ever posted. And not because of the content of it. We've all seen that interview a million times. It is the comment section. And I want to show you some of these comments here. And that's me reaching out to them. This person, Frankie pinned this person's comment. Guys, let it go. The family has said multiple times they know more than the public does. They have been shown evidence that she was not involved. You all out here acting like you know more than the freaking FBI, CBI, police force, and the Rzucek family. Just stop. So I'm not going to go on with her comment. I think what's most important is Frankie's comments. So he says, wow, thank you so much. So well said. I really appreciate this, and I hope you don't mind me pinning it. And so he did. Then, of course, there's people in the comment section saying I get stuck on the cell phone ping. Let's more importantly not talk about the conspiracies. Let's just talk about what Frankie says in his response. Let's go down here. Okay. I don't know what this rumor is, but I'm sure it involves some conspiracy. And he says that was debunked 3 years ago. Okay, then he says, thanks again. I really appreciate everything you said. I know it's hard for some to accept the truth, but I would never lie about this. This is our family. And if we had the smallest thought that someone else was involved, we would have taken care of it already. You know what I mean. I'm sick of these YouTube wannabe detectives saying they're looking for justice. That's the opposite of what they're looking for. It's sick, and this platform has allowed some of the worst wicked people ever seen to do whatever they want to my family, and it's got to stop. I'm trying to find, there is a comment I think that is very important to show you guys that I recall seeing where he says, that there is no evidence tied to her. So let me try to find that comment for you guys. Hang tight. Let's see. Thank you. Okay, this is from Sandy. Thank you, everyone, and God bless. People are saying I'm thinking of you daily. I'm really trying to find the comment, you guys, where he kind of breaks down okay, maybe we'll be here. Okay. I can't stand this woman. It's hard to believe anything that comes out of her mouth. She said she wanted to be respectful and not invade the privacy of someone else's home, yet she didn't feel bad about invading. And he replies with, some people say one thing and do the opposite. Okay. Let's see if this is the comment I'm looking for. It is not. It is a detailed comment where he says there's no evidence, and I'm trying to find that comment. But as you can see, you guys, every so often, people are posting these conspiracies on his page. So bear with me. I'm trying to find the comment where he says, this person said, she irks me. Did she ever ask how you guys were? Did she ever extend apologies to your family? I'm sorry for your loss. And Frankie replies, thank you so much. I understand. And I believe he's saying that in regards to she irks me, maybe. I can't speculate on that. Another person saying their heart goes out. This is Sandy saying thank you. Sad that you have to address this, but it's a good thing that you did. I mean, there's just pages and pages of this, you guys. Okay, here's, I think, one of the comments I was looking for. She says she couldn't sleep, but she was sleeping, like she hadn't a care in the world. The guy who killed my brother did the same, and the witness made him help cover up the scene. And I apologize to this person because it sounds like they are also victims of a family member being murdered. He stayed awake all night crying while the predator slept soundly, according to police. Frankie's response is, I'm really sorry to hear about your brother. That's very sad. There's evidence that she was nowhere near the house or the job site when he was doing this. As much as I hate her, she didn't help him do it. What they talked about prior, who knows? What we do know is she was the one who, what we do know is she was the one who did it, and she has to live with what he did every single day for the rest of his miserable life in prison. God bless you and your family. I think I think he's trying to say what we do know is he was the one who did it. I apologize, you guys. I read that thinking he was talking about Nicole. So yeah, I think this is one of the most important comments on his page. And I really can't recall if there's anything really more that's important, but obviously you guys can see that this is where the family stands. And I have shown you where I have reached out to Weld County and DA Rourke, and they say the case is closed, it's done, and it is what it is. This comment says, hearing her admit she was at Shanann's house angers me. I'm sorry, but it really hit a nerve with me when her acting like she has a choice to give up her phone when she needs to be treated like a criminal. I'm not going to go into this in detail. Whether she said no or yes, the police would have gotten what was on everyone's phone. Thank you,
so much. Okay. And I think this is an important comment. People are very angry that her father was in the room. She was not a suspect, you guys. She was a person bringing forth information. So Frankie is saying she trusted her dad. So that's why she was in the room with investigators. I don't really want to go on and on. I think I've made my point of how this family feels about Nicole Kessinger. Okay, this is a good comment as well. Thank you, but there isn't anything missing. To be honest, I've never seen a case where there was so much evidence shared with the entire planet. There's nothing to hide. The truth is that Chris Watts acted alone and he killed my family. He was the only one who had something to gain from doing what he did, but he didn't get away with it. So that was another important comment. I know there's some, you were all welcome to, come check out the comment section. Here is one where someone says that Chris Watts could have blocked her phone number, and Frankie honestly writes back, they're both POS in my opinion. So I agree with both of you. So I think he is explaining that he's not a fan of her, but like I have said, you guys, in several other videos, there are pieces of information that are not in the discovery that this family has seen, and you and I are never going to see the light of day of. And to be totally honest with you, I do hope that I have heard through the grapevine that Frankie may be doing a documentary. That is not confirmed. I am hoping for his sake he does do it and he explains all of, look at how much scrolling there still is to do. And constant daily videos about Nicole Kessinger. So that is all I wanted to share with you guys, in case some of you didn't know where he stands on the case. This is his page. If you want to come leave a comment, he posts comments, posts about what's going on in his life. He puts Dieter up. Dieter's just had a birthday. Also, again, he said he does not have TikTok, so don't think that he has a TikTok account if you see one. And he recently shared this article when, I think this is the video that made him angry, is I did a video where I read Alan's statement and I read Frankie's statement, but it was in regards to this case. This is a interesting article to go read it for yourself. But like I said, you guys, I'm always going to share two sides to the story. No, I will be joining Kelly. I just do not like the fact that the Rzucek family has accused me of having a Chris Watts channel. When those of you who know me know, like, let's take a look. I'm live. Doing the Menendez brothers. I'm doing Wade Wilson. We did an interview about cancer. Was Nicole Atkinson involved? Yup. I made, in the very beginning of this video, I made a statement not to ask her any questions. I'm doing the Diddy case. Do I talk about Chris Watts? I sure do. Because I don't like him. Sorry. I show crazy weather video. I show crazy, video that I request from police departments. I cover Gypsy Rose. I cover the crafting I do. I talk about, Shanann. I talk about my cancer journey. They did not like this video where I talked about how every mother needs to be honored, whether you like them or not. I talk about these fake eyebrows. And I also talk about this. I would love for you guys to check this one out. This is about requesting your own information.
Hey there, crafties. Have you always wanted to do your own research and request your own reports when it comes to popular news cases or events and crimes going on in your own community? Check out my latest post on YouTube where I explain the Freedom of Information Act and how you have rights as a regular citizen, because you pay tax dollars, to request audio calls from prison, police reports, body cam video, and so much more. Hey there, crafties. Have you always wanted to do your own research and request?
So that's a lot of what I do, you guys. And yeah, I mean, Kelly can firmly believe that she was involved. The thing is, I like to have conversations with different creators. I am an adult. I can agree to disagree with people, you guys. I think it's important to have these discussions and try not to hurt the feelings of the family, but also have, discussions. But like I said, I feel they have not actually taken a look at my content, and that is unfortunate. And they don't have to, and I understand. But I want to put this up there too, Victoria. I've never shared a conspiracy. You guys, I am a former journalist. I worked in Fort Myers, Florida. I worked in Atlanta. I did pretty much everything there is to do in the news business. I shot government TV when I lived in Michigan, covering city meetings. I did website writing for news stations. I did social media. I went to courthouses. I covered the president and did live tweeting. I worked the assignment desk. I went out and shot footage. I went out and shot interviews in the studio, and I went out and shot interviews in the field. There's a lot of, I've written scripts. I mean, when you're in that business, you do everything to learn how to research things and how to fact check. So I just got offended that they took the Mother's Day video I made and thought it was being harmful and mean. And I don't know if it's because I included Cindy in it, but I've said this a million times. Everyone in this case has been traumatized. Everyone lost grandchildren. And I'm sorry if you don't like that, but that is the truth. And each of those mothers did their best to raise their children the best way they knew how and the best way they could. And they did I understand what Chris did was terrible, but none of you have to agree with me, but I think that she did the best she could. And I'm also not going to sit here and call her a narcissist because I am not a doctor. I don't have a degree to diagnose someone as a narcissist. And I wanted to pin that as well. But no, I will continue to join other creators. I was supposed to team with Kelly Watts Obsession this evening, and we did not. And did I reach out to Alan? Yes, you guys. And the reason is because I don't believe gossip. I am going to go, and I can show you guys the video, but I am going to confirm information on my own. I am not going to take someone's word for it. And this is the video that people were very upset about. I reached out to Alan and just asked him, what are you up to? And Alan responded to me. And then in it, what no one notices,
out.
I read Frank's statement.
All of this unfold live by those people.
Let's see.
So many people were affected by this case. And, I'm not like defending Alan. I'm not defending Frankie. I'm just making a point that so many people have had their lives turned upside down because of a story like this. So Alan continues.
Okay.
Frankie.
So I talk about
defamation on YouTube.
Here we go.
I just bit my tongue and let my amazing attorneys take the nightmare over. I couldn't have done it without you. Phenomenal work. Thank you, Cohen Davis. So that was the public statement Frankie made. So I wanted to make sure I share both sides.
And again, I'm always going to share both sides of the story, you guys. And I hope you can understand that. Yes, and that's why I like Kelly's channel. She's fact-based. I love creators where we can civilly agree to disagree on content and have opinions and not argue with each other and go crazy. So I am just streaming through the comment section. I apologize, but I'm not going to pin any of your commentary about Kessinger. This is not the time. This video is supposed to be about me reaching out to the Rzucek family and telling them I'm sorry if my content has offended them. I reached out to Frank again today on Facebook because I saw that he did a post about me saying I'm a bad person and that I am trying to get insider info. And I'm not trying to be cocky when I say this. I don't need insider info. I have reached out to people in Weld County. I have documentation. I have spoken to people within the CBI. And I'm not going to do videos and talk about what they tell me and what I know. If you look at my videos, I'm not making the conspiracy videos. So I think that they may need to focus on those other creators who continue to stir the pot. But like I said, if the documentary theory is true that Frankie is working on a documentary, I do feel him speaking out will clear the air. And a lot of my videos, I talk about, how you can reach out to public officials yourself and get information confirmed. Reach out to the Weld County DA's office if you want to. Reach out to the CBI if you want to. You have the right. Request public records if you want. Request the body cam footage, whatever you need to do to make yourself feel better about it. But what I'm going to say once and for all is that this family has seen more information than you and I have seen or will ever see. And before I close, I do want to show one last website that I am strongly connected with, and that is the Gabby Petito Foundation. And since I have a bunch of you on here, I just want to throw it up on screen because it is important to me. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. I'm taking that down, putting that up. Oh, let me do this. Gabby Petito Foundation. You can donate. This is important too. We're going to be doing a whole live stream on this, on how to get out of these type of situations. And I'm going to tell you, I do not believe that there was abuse prior to the incident that happened in the Watts case, but I do not know. And that's private if there was. But if you want to donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation, this is where you do it. I have also reached out to Nicole Schmidt, her mother, and we are trying to find a time to do an entire live stream where we talk about Gabby as an artist, because she was an artist. So Daniel talking about the NK video. Yeah, I do things for entertainment purposes. And if you watch the beginning of the video, I say all of you are not going to agree with psychics and intuition. And it is what it is. But you know what? Like I've said, we've covered the video about Sandy having a premonition that something was going on with her daughter, and there was. And you can call it intuition, you can call it psychic, whatever you want to call it, but I do find that topic interesting, and it is something we're going to cover. So don't take it, Daniel, as I'm doing this page as a journalist, because I'm doing this as entertainment. I mean, are you going to get mad if I do a painting and tell you all this stuff and it's not factual? I am no longer working as a journalist. I had health issues and I had to leave the industry. So that is that. And I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your weekend. It was really important for me to share those comments in the comment section that Frankie responded, because I'm not sure a lot of people know that know that he has a Facebook page, which I think he keeps private, and then he has a YouTube page, but not a TikTok. So with that said, you guys, thank you for being here. Please consider donating down there to the Lupus Foundation directly. And I will see you in the next video. Cuff you. I do still plan to go live with Kelly. I enjoy entertainment, and we're going to have fun on the channel sometimes. That's what we're going to do. But when it comes to my videos, I'm going to pull reports, and I'm going to show you factual content as well. And we're going to do painting, and we're going to do crafts. And the other day we listened to a prison phone call with Wade Wilson while I made a fairy garden. So, hold on, I'm trying to read this. Oh, am I going to? Well, I guess you'll have to watch the show and find out. I'll just tease it that way. I can only talk to Kelly about what I know and what I have dug up myself. And when I say dig up, I mean requesting reports and having conversations with people involved in the investigation itself. Another important thing that I have covered in my videos is PTSD. And I really encourage you guys, whether you like him or not, to go look at the video of DA Rzucek talking about trauma and post-traumatic stress. It is very informative, and they have made groups where they have helped people deal with those hard days. And we talk a lot about the first responders in this case and in other cases. You might be a firefighter or an EMS worker in a small town who signs up for a job, and then one day your life changes. And, you know, you think about 9/11. Did they know that they were going to see that much trauma? Probably not. So I like to talk a lot about that in my videos as well, because it's important to recognize the people who were involved in this case and had to quit their jobs because of trauma. Some of them in this case cannot go out to restaurants. They can't go to the grocery store because if they hear a little girl giggle, they have a panic attack. And that's some real life trauma, you guys. Can you imagine not being able to go to a restaurant and hearing the laughter of a child because you're going to have a panic attack? That is what has happened in this case. And I always want to take the time to honor those people who did an amazing job on the case. So I will leave you with that. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. And I think we're going live Sunday, cuff you on Kelly's page, but I don't know for sure. She's had a lot going on, you guys, and it's hard for her to get this video out because she's got a full-time job. So, and then, you know, it's not like she's got a bunch of editors working on these videos. So I went to her comment section, and people really need to give her some grace. She's working as hard as she can to get the video up and done. And when everything's up and done and sealed, we are going to watch it, watch pieces of it, talk about it. And I support all content creators. You do what you do. It might not be the same content I want to do, but I support you because you have the right to speak your mind, whether it's facts or entertainment, sports, crafting, bird watching, whatever it may be, you guys. So I hope you all have a fabulous day, and thank you so much for dropping in.